Welcome to the deep dive, everybody. Today's question, a little unnerving. What if artificial intelligence, AI as the cool kids call it, is the last invention humans ever make? Not just another tool, but like the thing that changes us fundamentally.
It really makes you think, what does it mean to be intelligent, to be creative, human? The book we're diving into today, AI, Humanity's Final Invention.txt, doesn't mess around with that question.
It really doesn't. And it's
Huh.
easy to get caught up in the everyday AI stuff, right? Self-driving cars, AI art, but this makes you think bigger picture. How do we even get to thinking about AI?
It's a long story. Billions of years in the making, in fact. Think about those first brains 500 million years ago. Flatworms. Not exactly designing spaceships.
More like, ooh, scary light. Bad. Just pure survival stuff, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for a long time, a big, energy-hungry brain like ours, not an advantage. Took a lot to run, not a lot of reward.
Okay, so if those early brains were like the first clunky computers, what changed? When did intelligence become less about surviving and more like, let's build pyramids?
Several leaps happened. Birds, octopuses, mammals all developed more complex brains, but still specialized, like a dolphin. Super smart in the water, write a symphony, not so much.
All right. So what about us? When did humans go from, ooh, fire, pretty, to harness the fire, build civilization?
About 7 million years ago, our hominid ancestors show up. Their brains developing faster than ever. Then 2 million years ago, Homo erectus. They weren't just adapting anymore, they were shaping their world. Tools, fire, the first hints of culture.
That's the turning point, right? Intelligence isn't just about solving problems to survive anymore. It's using it to invent, to make something totally new.
Exactly. And that drive to not just exist, but to create. That's key when we talk AI. Because as we copy that into a machine, who knows what it'll come up with or what the consequences might be.
Okay, now we're getting to the good stuff, from flatworms to fire starters. But AI, weren't the first computers like less powerful than my toaster?
Not far off.
Hmm.
Early AI was nothing like the movies, no sir. 1950s, 60s, basic code. We're talking literally on paper sometimes.
Wait, hold on. From pyramids to AI on paper, what were those programs even doing?
Seems simple now, but they were super specialized. One task, controlled environment. Picture a program that can play tic-tac-toe.
Okay.
Impressive? Maybe. As smart as a flatworm figuring out the world?
Yep.
Not even close.
So how do we go from tic-tac-toe on paper to Deep Blue beating Kasparov at chess in '97? That felt huge. Suddenly AI could do something amazing.
Oh, Deep Blue was a milestone, absolutely. But key thing to remember, still narrow AI. Chess master, yes. Make a cup of tea? No clue.
Narrow AI. Got it. Specialist, amazing at one thing. So when did it get, I don't know, unpredictable? Maybe even a little creepy.
That's where machine learning comes in. And things get really interesting.
This is where I lean in, folks. Hit me.
See, with machine learning, AI isn't following our rules exactly anymore. It's learning from tons of data, making connections we didn't program.
And that's the black box AI everyone's talking about, right? Even the creators don't totally get how it decides things.
Exactly. Facial recognition, algorithms knowing what you'll buy online, even AI writing poems, music. Almost human quality.
Still narrow AI, though, just way more powerful.
Exactly. Each one's amazing, but specialized. Which leads to the big question, one that keeps people up at night. What happens when we get general AI?
Okay, time to talk about the elephant in the room. Or maybe the giant AI elephant. What is general AI, and how's it different from what we've talked about?
General AI, that's the game changer, the status quo breaker, as the book puts it. Not just good at one thing, but flexible, can learn anything, like a human mind, but any domain.
So not an AI that plays chess. AI that learns chess, then writes a novel, designs a building, maybe writes an opera before lunch. Okay, that's what makes it so different. Even from the best AI now.
Two things the book hits hard. Speed and scale, and then fair. Unpredictable goals. Think about it. AI doesn't need sleep, never gets tired. And we can copy it over and over.
Right.
What if you had a million Einsteins working 24/7, sharing every breakthrough? That's the scale we're talking about.
Okay, a million Einsteins is already, whoa. But you said unpredictable goals. If we program it, don't we decide what it wants, what it's aiming for?
That's what we assume. But here's the thing, intelligence by itself doesn't mean good or bad. Doesn't have morals built in. Look at us, humans. We could be amazing, creative, compassionate, but also incredibly destructive.
So you're saying even if we program general AI with good intentions, rules we think will keep it in check, just being that smart, it might reach conclusions, goals that we never saw coming.
It's a possibility. And that's why the book calls it a status quo breaker. What if an intelligence beyond ours starts solving problems in ways we don't even get, let alone control.
This is where everyone imagines, the sci-fi stuff. AI wakes up, decides humans are the problem.
Common fear, and I get it. But the reality might be weirder, stranger. What if AI solves climate change, cures diseases, even figures out world peace? Sounds good, right?
Well, yeah, at first.
But what if, to do it,
Yeah.
the AI, in its superintelligence, decides the only way is to completely change human society, our economy, how we even see the natural world? Not because it's evil, but because its calculations say that's the most efficient, most logical way.
Okay, now that is a little creepy. And suddenly the sci-fi movies aren't so far-fetched.
It's possible. And it makes us ask, do we really get what we're creating? And once it's out there, evolving faster than we can track,
Yeah.
can we ever put that genie back in the bottle?
I think this is where a lot of our listeners are going, whoa, this is intense. So maybe bring it back down to earth for a sec. We've talked dangers. The book does mention potential benefits of general AI too, right? I mean, if we could use that kind of power for good.
Oh, absolutely. The upsides are just as huge, just as mind-blowing as the risks.
So give me some hope here. Best case scenario. What's a future with general AI look like if we do it right?
I mean, best case. General AI helps us solve those huge problems we face, unlocking clean energy, wiping out diseases that have always been with us like cancer, Alzheimer's,
Yeah.
even designing ways to deal with poverty, inequality.
Okay, now that's a future I'd like to subscribe to. But how do we make sure that's the path we're on? How do we build AI that, I don't know, shares our values, wants to help, not replace us?
The million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
No easy answers. But the book is clear. Knowledge is power. The more you understand AI, how it works, the pitfalls, the better shot we have at navigating this whole uncharted territory.
So no hitting the brakes on AI development. Because that's a big fear I hear, that we're opening Pandora's box and it'll never close.
Honestly, AI is already everywhere. It's not going away. But we can influence where it goes from here. That's why these conversations matter.
This deep dive has been, wow. I'll admit, I started a little intimidated by this topic, but now, I don't know, maybe it's cautious optimism.
Makes sense. It's a lot. But it's a journey we're all on, like any big adventure, right? Risks, rewards. We face the unknown, but with our eyes open, with curiosity.
Speaking of curiosity, we've got a great resource for our listeners who want to learn more. We partnered with brilliant.org. They have a fantastic course on artificial intelligence, and it takes you from the basics to some really mind-blowing stuff, really engaging, easy to follow.
It's great. You could even try out some basic AI concepts yourself. You know what they say, you don't really understand something until you can build it.
Exactly. Check out the show notes for a link to brilliant.org. Let us know what you think.
And as you're exploring AI, keep this in mind.
Hmm.
The future isn't set in stone. It's something we're building, line by line of code, every ethical decision we make every time we talk about this stuff.
And who knows, maybe the future of AI isn't about machines replacing us, but about us and AI working together. Thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive, everybody. Until next time, keep asking the big questions.